Appreciate that, Nick. Hope you are too. Ballas, let's get it. Happy Friday to you too, man. Appreciate that. 1.2K from passing my first phase on valuation. There you go, Nick. Claudio, what's up? Jose, happy Friday, man. Data wick high. DWH is data wick high. Something happened. There was some news of some sort, man, because all of a sudden I was sitting here watching price and it just skyrocketed. I still don't know what it is. I'm sure somebody knows here in the chat, but something happened. No, PCE was at 8:30. This was like at 8:45. Yeah, 8:46. Shorts from 750. Sweep that data wick and then reject off of it. Could happen. Will you be looking for longs or shorts? I'll be looking for whatever the market wants to give me, man. I don't go into the trading day with that kind of mindset of I'm going for shorts or I'm going for longs. I just wait for price to tell me what it wants to do, and I try to just ride the wave in whatever direction is it's wanting to go. I think you're correct, Ballas. I think that's a very good analysis. That candle ruined me down 1,500. What was it? Did you figure out what it was, Jose? It was not a scheduled news thing because PCE. Look, we got something happening right now too. Something crazy is happening right now. Bookmap just went nuts. Bookmap is spazzing. I probably should turn the news on. I have like the squawk thing on, but it's not telling me anything. NBT, what's up, man? Is this NQ? It is, yeah. Also, how come you make like 5K a day? Do you go in on multiple accounts? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah, I have 10 fundeds right now, so 5 with, actually I have more than that. I have 13 fundeds. I have 5 with Tradify, 5 with Lucid, and 3 with TPT right now. And then I have 5 Apex evals that I'm only up like $100, $143 on those. I've had a good week in the funded. Low-key nervous to trade today. Take the day off, man. Dean, what's up? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking the day off. If you're feeling mentally unsteady, which it sounds like you are, dude, take the day off. Don't try to force anything. 0 losses, 3 wins, 1 break even. That's a good week. That's a good week. Why different brokers? You want to maximize your ability to make money. So you're limited to 5 accounts with Lucid, and most firms you're limited to 5. Apex you're limited to 20. Alpha you're limited to 3. So once you've reached max allocation, it's better to start getting, diversifying so that you can increase your income. I have 5 Apex, yeah, Apex evals, not funded yet. I'm up $143 on those. Saudi cuts oil production. Okay, that's what that. Why would that? That's interesting. That made NQ go up. That crude. Look at that. So crude dumped, NQ inverse reaction. So there's crude. That was at 845 and 845 NQ pumped. Interesting. No, I've been trading them separately. I, in the past, have traded all my accounts together. What I've been doing recently is trading my fundeds together and trading my evals separately, or depending on the day, like yesterday, I only traded my Lucid accounts. I only traded my 5 Lucid accounts. Yesterday felt weird to me going into the day, so I lowered my sizing. I actually traded micros yesterday and only traded my 5 Lucid accounts. So full port to fast. I do that sometimes with Apex. I'm not in a hurry right now, though. I'm just chilling. Is it hard to sync your trades? I use TradeSyncer. It's a website, so it's super. They make it super simple. You just have to trade. Once you have it set up, you just trade one account, one lead account, and it copies it over to the others. There's a little bit of slippage sometimes, but nothing too crazy. No, we haven't traded yet. Have not traded yet. Went 4 for 4 yesterday. PA was weird. PA was weird. Yeah, I took 2 trades and got out. I didn't like what I was seeing. 2 very small trades. Tradecopia, I've heard good things about. What time do you stop trading? 11 a.m. 11 a.m. I've heard good things about Tradecopia. I have not tried them out yet. Just passed my eval on top set. Congratulations, that's awesome. How do we think about the job opening at 10? We waiting to trade after that? If there's a setup beforehand, if I see something juicy, I'm going to take it. But yeah, we're gonna keep a close eye on that. I don't want to be in a trade when it comes out. That's the most important thing. The big candle, somebody said that it was Saudi announcing something to do with cutting oil production. So this is crude right here, which would make sense. Crude just plummeted. But you would think the price would plummet if they said they were going to increase production. That doesn't make sense why, you know what I mean? Like an increased supply would theoretically cause price to go down. He didn't have an SVJ. He had an SB. He had the red SB, but no, he sold it. And then he got a 488 and he sold that. You think crude will keep going bearish? Ideally, man, from my understanding of the crude market, it's best if oil stays between $90 and $70 a barrel. That's the ideal sweet spot for the economy. So I would like it to go lower than it is right now, but it's going to spike up if we still have, you know, if we have some serious issues in the Strait, getting more oil through the Strait of Hormuz, it's going to be an issue. I have a feeling, though, that we're going to be able to solve that problem quickly. You're gonna find out real quick why we don't have free healthcare in the United States. What's your supercar? What supercar are you gonna get? I gotta keep that a secret, man. Gotta keep that a secret. Iran said we'll see 200 crude. I think that's what they want, but I don't know that Iran will necessarily get what they want. We'll see, though. Who knows, man? Who knows what's going to happen? Very unpredictable right now. I hope this year. Yeah, potentially this year. Yeah, I got to make it make sense first, man. My rule that I'm going by, and I think it's a smart rule, is I want to be able to, whatever car I get, I want to be able to at least buy 3 of them in cash before I buy one of them. I feel like that's the financially responsible position to be in. That way you're not stretching yourself thin. Leo, what's up, man? Oh, Lee, I thought you were, did I meet you the other weekend? Is that the same guy? GT3? Nah, not my style, man. What's up, dude? How's it going? 1989 Pinto. Getting rid of the 94 Pinto and getting an 89 Pinto. Sticking with the vintage. Toyota Corolla. Nice. 812 would be sick, but nah. Getting a 5K car, he broke. You right. Do I remember you? Yeah, AJ. We met at the car meet, right? Get a Mini Cooper, dude. You would be surprised. I knew a person who had a Mini Cooper. Actually, it was his dad, and he said it was the most fun car to drive. It's like on a track, dude. Like he said, it was like on rails. You could just take the most hairpin turns, fly with that thing. How do you manage to stay humble? I mean, I've had nothing before, man. I know what it's like to have nothing, so there's no reason. I have nothing to be arrogant or not humble about. That doesn't get you anywhere. It's not how I was raised. Yes, there is a website for the news. It's called forexfactory.com. And you can filter by red folder, yellow folder, orange folder news. Really, the news events that have the most impact are the red folder news events. Those are the ones that I pay most attention to. Oil price targeting 129. I could see it go higher than that. But yeah, I think in general it's going to probably go up. We'll see though. This is crude right here. Bookmap's a little dead right now. I mean, there's some orders up into the 70s, low 70s here. Yeah, see, we just absorbed those 70s. But now the next line is up at 81, 82-ish. Joe said, get a Honda. Or, yeah, Everett, you're reading my mind there on that. Either that or I'm looking at a truck. I have the M5 right now. I'm in the process of getting it prepared to sell. Thinking a Honda or a GMC Sierra. Honda because I worked for Acura for like 6 years and they're built exactly the same. I mean, Honda makes Acura, so I can work on that thing with my eyes closed. You planning to come back to town soon? I am, potentially this weekend, but we'll see. I'm not 100% sure about that. Kelly, who you met over the weekend, she's defending her dissertation today. So I might go down there and spend the weekend with her, but she's going to be super busy, so I'm not sure if I'm doing that or not. Made me realize executing a trade shouldn't leave you praying and sweating. Yeah, you should not feel that way. If you feel that way, you either took a bad trade or you're oversized. Have a ridge line as a daily been fantastic? Yeah. What's the difference between your book map and the live one on YouTube? I'm not sure. I think it's only ES on the YouTube, right? I'll be down, Leo. I'm about to be the semester's about to be over with, so I'm going to be down there a lot more. So we'll definitely get together, man. We'll do we'll go out to dinner or do something. I don't know if you do any fishing either. We might be able to do a little bit of that if you're interested. When I was at Toyota, they showed us a car that ran without oil for over a month straight. Holy cow, dude. I believe that. Do you believe in after marriage? After marriage, for sure. I mean, you should try your best not to do it before. What do you recommend for working on psychology? I know how to trade, just impatient and force it. There's a couple of books that I recommended. I made a video on that yesterday or the day before. I think they help, but ultimately it's one of those things where you get better at it the more you do it. So you got to force yourself to walk away, shut it down, lock yourself out. You know, lower your sizing. That's one thing. I mean, if you're struggling holding trades, you're oversized most likely. You also got to remember, man, this is kind of a weird way to think, but it also helps me sometimes. This is going to sound very like deep for this early in the morning, I feel like, but this is all super temporary, man. This whole life is super temporary. Like, you shouldn't get so worked up about a trade. Like, put it in perspective. Put all this into perspective. I think when you put it into perspective, it makes it easier just to relax and chill and go with the flow. New York Open sounds miserable. I'm going back to sleep. Sleep good, man. Sleep well. Come to KY if you want to catch some hogs. Man, I'll tell you, some of the best fishing I've ever done in my life was in Arkansas, man. Trout fishing. Some of the best in the world. Yo, Christian, I downloaded Bookmap last night to try it out. Any videos you recommend watching for it? They're hard to find. So not really. Out of the box, it's pretty much ready to go. There's, I mean, you scroll like I don't know if you're looking at mine right now. I have it up on the tube there. You can expand and contract it to make it look more clear. One tip that I'll give you is for looking at NQ, MNQ on Bookmap looks way more clean than regular NQ does. Murray, Kentucky? Never heard of it, man. Never heard. I've been through Kentucky several times, though. A lot, actually. I do not fly fish. I feel like that'd be fun. You ever move into Florida or sticking in NC? I plan to have a place in Florida at some point, for sure. I love Florida, man. South Florida, especially. Yeah, Una, remember it moves a little differently. MNQ and NQ move slightly differently sometimes. I mean, you'll notice that. But overall, the orders and the way that, I mean, 99% of the time, it's very, very accurate. So I definitely recommend it. It's so much cleaner, not as jumbled looking. Offshore or inshore, Leo? Either one, man. I like offshore, going for kingfish, Spanish, that kind of stuff. I'm really not a expert fisherman. My brother who lives down there, he is. He's got a boat. He's a very good fisherman. So you'd like him. Usually go out with him. He puts us on to the fish. He knows what he's doing. Z, what's up, man? What is DWH? Data Wick High from the news, whatever news that was, something about Saudi oil production or some oil production news that happened at 8:45. It was not the PCE news that happened at 8:30. I want a Rari like PJ. I like freshwater too, man. I like freshwater too. You have you done any saltwater, like inshore or offshore? You ever been deep sea fishing? That's all I did growing up, man. I mean, not all I did, but the majority of the fishing that I've done has been deep sea. Power got woken up. I got woken up at 4 a.m. by my UPS, by my, okay. Been fixing my, that's not good. Might just take the day off, man. It's a lot of fun. I'll tell you what, though, since I quit drinking, I have a little bit harder time. I didn't realize that I have a little bit of anxiety that never surfaced because I was usually inebriated. So being sober and going that far offshore is a little unnerving for me now. Brother, you look like Matthew Santero. Not sure who that is. Never caught a marlin, no. Never caught a marlin. Gotta get it printing. 4 to 5K a day, there you go. I appreciate that, Brandon. I actually went to military school with a couple guys from Kentucky that really struggled. Your chart is an eyesore? What? Thank you, Jay. Yeah, you just look around and there's like literally nothing. You're 30, 40 miles offshore, you look around and you're just bobbing in the ocean. Makes you realize how small you are. Every time your live shows up, I gotta say you look like C-Bomb. I appreciate that, man. Even if you don't trade for the day, this channel's like ASMR for me. I appreciate that, man. Are you dyeing your beard orange? No. This is the way God made me, man. What are you trading? This is NASDAQ futures. Did you ever make a video on how you trade? There's plenty on my TikTok, man. You can go look through them. Why didn't I trade yesterday? I don't go live on Thursdays, man. I have an 8 a.m. class. I will this coming week because I'm on spring break. I'll be live on Thursday, but during regular weeks, I have an 8 a.m. class that it makes it really hard to go live. It's such a rush to get back here and then get on and do all that, and so I just take Thursdays off. What's midnight? That's 12 midnight when the new day starts. The new calendar day starts. It's just marked out. It's just a level to keep an eye on. Can I trade through my phone? I don't recommend it if you're new. Verse of the day, Romans 8:28. We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Amen. It's a good verse. True day open, yeah. Yeah, black. Up 311 on one account. Do I swap to a different one? Look at, just got a rejection off of a massive order up there at 24,684. Do I switch to another one or trade the same account and try to pass the evals? That's up to you, man. I don't know where you are in your trading journey or what your style is. I copy trade my evals together, and right, what I was doing for a long time, I was trading all my accounts together, funded and evals when I had evals. The way I'm doing it now is I'm trading my evals together and my funded separately. So I trade all my evals together. You're just trading one account at a time, so it's up to you. Christian, how do you navigate the trailing drawdown on TPT fundeds until you reach the buffer? I don't let trades run for too long. I mean, somebody's asked me that before. Why do you cut trades so short? I'm in the habit of not letting trades run too long. That way you don't get them to come back on you. You just, get in and get out. The bubbles are volume bubbles, so the bigger the bubble, the more volume there was at that level, more orders at that level being placed. This is called Bookmap. The different levels here on the chart, like the red, usually this is, let's see if I can go to, this is ES. So you can see this has got more volume in it, or showing more volume. This is liquidity. So when it's red like this, that's a higher level of liquidity. You have 131 buy orders resting right here. Up here, you have 118 sell orders up at the top. So these are just different levels of liquidity, and they typically line up with session highs and lows and things like that. But sometimes when you're looking at this, when you're looking at the chart, you don't see anything on the chart really that is correlating to these levels. So it's good to have this as just an added confluence. I don't trade with my funded futures, so I'm not sure, Z. Counting on you today to get out of this drawdown? Oh man, that's some pressure. Yeah, typically you would target these levels, but you don't just automatically take a trade. I mean, you need more than just that. You need more than just this to take the trade. Typically you want to see a breakout. You want to see a pullback. Like, let's see here. If we see if I can show you a good level. Look at that. That was the oil. So you see, all right, this is a good example. You see how we pumped right here? Look, right here we pumped, we had a little breakout, and then we had a pullback right here to this level. Clear rejection right there with that bubble. That's where you'd want to enter on a pullback like that and target the next level of liquidity. And then you can see it the same on the way down. You see we're headed down, we get these pullbacks, clear rejection, kind of a little bit of a consolidation, and then another continuation lower. The more you use this, I mean, this is taking me like a year to really get decent with. The more you use it, though, the more it makes sense. And you'll realize it really is one of those things that I would not want to trade without it. And if there was if you were like, Christian, you can only pick one thing to use to help you trade, what would it be? It would be that. I mean, I think if you just only gave me Bookmap, I could be an effective trader. You give me a buy and sell button and just Bookmap, I could trade pretty effectively. It's called Bookmap. Since when did C-Bum start trading? I appreciate that, man. Hey, I can relate, man. I just saw that comment. Appreciate you being here, Hugo. You ever went paintballing? I have not. What's the verse of the day? It was the verse of the day was Romans 8:28. We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Market's open. I would think we'd want to target that data wick, but I could be wrong. Market did just open, yes. This is the 5-minute time frame. When we get closer to getting into a trade, I'll drop down to the 1, but I like to give this as an overview for right now. The 5 or the 15. What was the news that caused that data wick? I think it was something to do with Saudi oil production. That's what somebody said in chat. I couldn't find it, but that would make sense because crude plummeted. I heard that they were talking about cutting production, but to me that doesn't make sense because you would think that the price of oil plummeting would mean that something about the supply increased, not decreased, but who knows? Will I be profitable if I drop 10K right now? 10K on what? The amount of money you spend does not determine profitability, man. The majority of what it takes to be profitable is completely free. Another broke day trader. God bless you, Mikey. Have a good day, man. Hope you have a great weekend. No, 5-minute time frame. Not to learn, Manny. No, it's not. Completely free to learn, and then even to start trading and making money, it's not the entry cost of entry is not anywhere near what you probably think it is. You want to see Bookmap? Yeah. There you go. Can't use Bookmap today because I'm at work. Just traded some lucid evals today. Had a rough week and funded, so I'm letting them rest. Hey, that's smart, man. I like the discipline. I like the discipline a lot. He uses the 5-second. Who's been in here long enough to remember when I thought I was on the 15-minute chart? I was actually on the 15-second chart. I don't know how that happened. Dave, you were in here. Yes, that's liquidity. Took the same trade. Yeah, that was not good. That was dumb. Mistakes happen, though. You got to be careful. We're basically right where we were at open here, so we just need to choose a direction. Orders coming in higher here. Just absorb that 700 level and reject it hard off of it. This is called Bookmap. This is called Bookmap, level 2 data. It's a software that shows level 2 data. Do you think money management is way more important than strategy? I think that is a part of strategy, managing risk. I mean, I said in the video I made the other day, man, I think psychology is 80 to 90% of the determinative factor that will tell if someone's profitable or not. And I would say that psychology goes hand in hand with money management. Came right back down and swept that 700 level and came right back. Where can I use that module? I don't gatekeep, man. You can go to bookmap.com, download it. It's about a little over 100 a month. You need to pay for the subscription to Bookmap and then pay for their data. You can also use my link and my code and you can get 20% off. Or you can just do it and pay full price if you'd rather do that and not use my code. You on NQ? I am. Good morning. What's the bias? I have no clue, Taylor. We're just chopping right now in the zone. We're basically right where we were at open. We're not, I mean, we haven't broken out one way or the other. We've had some strong moves trying to take some liquidity right above us and then right below us, and now we're right back to where we started. Starting to dump a little bit. VWAP is down at 24,585-ish on my book map, and it's at 24,584 on the trading view. So we'll see if we get a bounce off of that. Wicks of Doom. I have not heard of that. No. ES is lit up in both directions. It's unclear where we want to go right now, to me at least. Yo, yo. You a matcha guy? I've never had one. Marlon, what's up? You did miss the verse of the day twice. Are you bullish or bearish? I don't usually predict price like that, man. I don't have a bias. I don't like to do that because I don't like to pigeonhole myself and only be looking for one thing. I want to just wait for price to tell me what it wants to do, and then I want to ride the wave in whatever direction it wants to go. I really couldn't care less whether it goes up or down. Yeah, I do think it's necessary to have both on both ES and NQ on Bookmap, and to be looking at both of them. Don't trade then, Matt. I don't blame you, man. I know some people are getting torn up with this so far because they're not patient. Yeah, news in 22 minutes. Is absorption when on Bookmap active buyers or sellers run through a liquidity level? I mean, when you see price go to that level and take those orders, you'll see the bubble get really big. It's absorbing all those orders at that level. Yeah, I don't chart on Trade-A-Vape. I don't do anything on there except execute trades. Marco, what's up, man? I think it's not a bad idea to wait for the first 15 minutes. I mean, sometimes there's a trade that's just clear as day, but I don't think it's ever bad practice to be patient. Trading funded or eval right now? Trading funded. Yep. Why not your own capital? I do have a personal capital account. I haven't been trading that. I've just been doing prop firms for the past 2 months. I've taken 2 trades this year so far with the personal capital account. I got chewed up pretty good in January, man. Not in the personal capital, in prop firms, and I didn't want to risk my own personal capital until I got the train running right back on the track. Hey, Dennis, if you go over to the tube with at the same username, Christian Trades Live, it's constantly, I keep it up constantly on there. The layout allows me to, because it's not as cluttered, it's a bigger layout. I can keep Bookmap constantly showing on there if you want to see it constantly. You'll have to roll most likely, Andre, but don't do it yet. Can't see the levels here. I'll throw it back for you real quick. 700 is a key level right here. It's wanting to visit there, but it keeps rejecting. My buddy does. We just swept that level. What is this charts book map? Boom, data wick. Yeah, the brighter the red or the colors, that's where more orders are stacked up. It's called Bookmap, Lost. Volume footprint is good, yeah. Yeah, this is super helpful, man. I highly recommend it to people. Hurts my eyes. Just got 500 from that long. Now I'm done. There you go. Up 600 on the fresh eval. Boom. What's up, Cameron? Hey, Christian, do I have to roll to the... Oh, there you go. I read that. Up 600. Caught that long. Very nice. Global Plus. Tristan. Global Plus. And I need to... I've been saying this now for a while. I need to figure out exactly why you want to get that package. There's a reason for it. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's in terms of usability. That's the one you want to get. Up 330 times 5 lucid evals, thinking about pushing it, but I know I should walk away. That's a good way to end the week, man. 330, think about it. I mean, put it in perspective, Leo. Dude, that's a lot of money for a day. And think about the time that it took you to make it. Big order getting ready to get absorbed at 800 here, potentially. Yeah, part of it just got taken. There it is. Wait, I thought you were C-bum. You swing trade your personal? No, I don't. Just day trade it. Yeah, that's a good way to end the week, man. I wouldn't don't get too crazy with it. Next thing you know, you're back to even, and then you're chasing another win, and you don't get it, and all of a sudden you're down. You end the week red. It's not worth it. I just hit my first TP ever. That's a good feeling right there. Get out of here, you bot. What's up with these bots? There you go. I'm glad it's useful. Hit that 800 level and turned around. Let's see where this goes. Have $7 left to pass the eval. This guy gets a follow. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you being here. Can't remember if I asked, but would using your own capital be a little smarter for swing trading? Yeah, because most firms don't allow you to hold past market close. I mean, some do. Some don't. So most likely, yeah, I would say you'd want to use your own personal capital. Think we go to 24,834. I mean, the next big liquidity level that I have marked out is at 24,852.75, but I don't know where it's going to go. I mean, there's no telling, man. We got a war going on, so like, there's no telling. You could get some crazy news that comes out in the next 10 seconds that just causes price to go crazy. Why didn't you enter off the rejection of midnight? Just wasn't. We were bouncing around. Wasn't totally convinced yet. Trade of 8 just crashed and I have open orders. That's not good. Hopefully you're short. I appreciate that, Cam. Just came from TikTok. Good to have you, man. Drop a subscription, a subscriber follow thing over there. You guys like the live over there on the tube, and drop a follow if you don't mind. I was told the other day that I needed to start saying that. Trading C-bomb. Appreciate that, man. What's the tube? YouTube. Alfie. Oh, Christian Trades Live. That's the name. Yeah, news at 10. 9:45 may take us back around 68, 660, 680, 660, and maybe 10 takes us up. Yeah, could be a little retrace. Order book looks a little thin right now. ES is lit up, but NQ just thinned out. Pushing right back up here. Christian Trades Live is the name of it. Might chop around till 10 a.m. news. Yeah, most likely. There were some orders at 24/7/30 that got yanked. Orange line liquidity, yes. Somebody turned the alcohol back on and just left. That's a nice little retrace. What was that? Touched into that 5 and then rejected. What is the blue lines? Those are also liquidity. It's the lighter or the brighter the color, like more orange or red, the more liquidity there is. Blues, there is liquidity. White, there's liquidity. Yellow, there's liquidity. But you can see, you probably can't see, there's a scale. So the color scale is from least liquidity to the higher liquidity levels, lower liquidity to higher liquidity. What about pink? I don't see pink. 2 pink lines and you're screwed. Let me use the bathroom real quick. 10 o'clock news here in 5 minutes. 4 minutes, actually. 4 minutes and 5 seconds. I'll be right back. Did I not mute myself? Damn, my bad, dude. I definitely clicked the button. That's, whoops. My beat. My beat. Yeah, that's smart, Leo. Call it a day, man. I don't wash my hands. I'm clean, man. I just showered. I don't need to kill the good bacteria on my hands. That's how you get more sick. Yeah, I don't blame you, Everett. Yep, news in a minute and 50 seconds. Order book's clearing out. I swear I clicked the button. I don't know why it didn't work. Bro, I swear every time I tune into your stream, I have winning days. I love hearing that, man. Keep coming back. Sky, you're wild. All right, news here in 10 seconds. Two seconds. Still pending. Still pending. Come on. Projection, or the forecast is 6.76 million. Let's see what the print is. Mine still says pending. Better than expected, 6.95. So we had, that's pretty good. Let's see what that does for the numbers here. It's good for currency. Man, I'm ready to hit the gym today. I hit shoulders today. Legs. Get some orders down to 700. This 5-minute gap's holding us up here. There you go, Leo. Makes such a difference, man. I feel so much better working out mentally. There's those orders at 700. Just nailed them. Got back and triceps. It's a good day. Bro, you're not in dad mod mode. You're definitely still crushing it. But I know what you mean. I know the feeling. God bless you, Larry. I'm like the dad bod that used to. The cool thing about working out is once you've had it before, once your body's been a certain way, I feel like it is easier to get it back to that level. It's not easy, but it's easier than it is from starting from just nothing when you've never been there before. I bounce back pretty quick, at least. Rejecting off of this 15-minute. Not right now, juiced. No. Just absorbed a bunch of orders there in the low 30s and then just rejected. There was not a whole lot above it to drag price higher, so not sure what this wants to do. I'm sure there's people long off this 15, but this is why Bookmap is so clutch. Hitting legs tonight. There you go. What you're seeing right now is a little bit thin. I'm not seeing clear direction, so there's nothing really to show you. You'll know when you see clear direction. $15-minute orb. You mark that out from the 8 to 8:15 candle. Pros on the 20 millisecond chart. No, that's not how Bookmap doesn't do time frames like that. Time frames are candlesticks. These aren't candlesticks. This is action happening currently. It's called Bookmap. It's where the orders are being placed right now. This is the volume that you see inside of those candles. Right now we're just chopping. The bubbles are, the bigger the bubble, the more orders there were placed at that level. So like this bigger bubble over here, kind of see these bigger bubbles. And these smaller bubbles were these are just consolidation a little bit in this area. When we break out, you'll start to see orders flashing in a certain direction, people trying to jump in like that right there. People trying to fish price lower, trying to get in or get out. How do you learn how to read it? Just from watching it for a long time. Not yet, Cody. Or is that Dean? It's Dean. Turn my ear off real quick. Ugh. I would think we'd want to absorb this big stack of orders that I have marked out right here, but we're not. We keep rejecting off of this lower level. I like that Romans 828. I think that's a great verse. What's it called? Enzo. It's called Bookmap. So that software is called. Yo, what up? Inverted that 5-minute gap. I'm gonna see this level get swept right here. Nope, inverted on NQ. The 5-minute. There's that. $662. I think that's an example of us being in M and Q and NQ being a little out of sync because we swept on M and Q prior to NQ sweeping there, according to the book map. That's kind of strange. Me and my boy have bought at least 10 funded accounts. Lucid Trading followed the live. Unclear what this wants to do here. Still have this 15. Yeah, the 15 hasn't closed. The five did though. This is the 5. This is the 15. That's why I'm not taking anything. I also am not just going to take a random inversion. I want to see clear confirmation on Bookmap. Are you rich? No, man, I'm broke. How do you confirm your trade with Bookmap? You'll see a clear indication of the direction it wants to go. You'll see a ton of orders stack up. You'll see the bubble, the volume bubble start to increase with the whatever direction. Let's say it's a seller. The sellers will be in control clearly based on the volume bubbles. You'll see orders start to flash aggressively in the direction that price is headed. The more you watch Bookmap, the longer you sit here, those are the kinds of things that you'll start to notice. That's the kind of learning stuff that you'll be able to figure out. Why don't you do giveaways? I am planning to start. That's funny. You read my mind. I am planning to start doing giveaways. I gotta have stuff to give away first. Right now, I have only 2 accounts that I could give away, and they're 25K accounts. I'm getting ready to have some more 50Ks and 100K. So definitely will be able to start doing more of that. In order to qualify for the giveaway, though, you got to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and on the tube. What's up with Lazarus? What you mean? He's chilling. He's giving away a free trading education right now. It is a lot easier to not be live trading. It really is so much easier, man. Anybody who's ever tried to do this in front of a bunch of people will tell you that this not only is it difficult psychologically, but it's difficult because you're trying to be engaging with the viewers at the same time you're trying to stay as focused on the charts as you can. It takes some getting used to, for sure. Am I being for real about what? The giveaways? Yeah, I am being for real about that. It's not easy, Dean. A bunch of liquidity just came in lower here. I'm looking at the 5 right now, but when I go to enter, thought I had my. If I'm looking to enter a trade, I drop to the 1. No, I haven't taken a trade yet. It very well could, yeah. I like the way you're thinking, Gabby. So if anybody is looking to take a short, be really careful. I'd be really careful getting in yet. Really, really careful. Can't show bookmap? Yeah. It's from shorts from 24/7/06. There you go. It is the same as my TikTok, yeah. Yesterday I made a perfect trade, perfect entry, perfect TP. Very nice. Thinking about it. I just don't like the way price is moving, to be completely honest. No, I'm on other platforms too. It's relatively new. Ever. There's orders up to 700 here. I was seeing if we were going to get a deeper dig into this gap. It's about a little over 100 a month for the NQ, or for the NQ with bookmap subscription. Live visibility restricted. Your live is not eligible for recommendations because it directs people off of the platform. It's so weird. Yeah, this isn't clear to me. I mean, instinct would say take a short off of that gap, but not like in the way I'm seeing price building on Bookmap. Hey, I appreciate you being here, Leo. Have a good one, man. Don't work too hard. It just seems like the volume's just dying off a little bit here. Not yet, Taylor. Not yet. Maybe I'll go shoot some tannerite. Need that 100K month. Tell me about it. Andrew, what's up? Yeesh. I'd take a little break. I'd take a break, Tristan. SMTs in both directions. It's not always good for some people, Tyrone. That's just how it is, man. Some of my worst weeks, other people are like, man, that's the best week I've ever had. It's different for different people, man. I get it. There's those orders that I had marked out. This is dead right here. Yeah, I've done pretty well this week too, but this is not ideal. Have a good weekend, credit. Shorts are free here. Raj, take care, man. 700 from the 5-minute IVG. And OB, calm 250 done for the day. Very nice, man. All right, FC, appreciate you, man. You really like short? Take it if you're feeling it. Don't wait for me. Supreme, everything's going great. Cannot complain. Have a good weekend, Juiced. Yeah, you first. I'll short you by. All right, go. Up 6K, very nice, man. Yeah, there is stuff above on both. Appreciate that, Dave. Have a good weekend, man. There you go, Supreme. I don't know what this wants to do, man. No class today. No class on Fridays. Who said shorts are so free here? Yeah, this is a little uncomfortable. Why is it so chilly in here? Tell me how it went from like 85 degrees earlier in the week, and I woke up this morning, it was 30 degrees. What's up with that crap? I'm not confident either direction right now, Nicholas. That's why I'm just sitting on my hands. Part of the game. It is. And then right back up. Appreciate that, man. Up another 500, boom. I am very strict with my trades, especially after a green week and it's a Friday. I have no desire to give any of that back. Quick 1-to-1, there you go. As soon as you entered short, Aaron. News was delayed 10 days? What news? I'm looking at we had at 8:30 a.m. news and we had 10 a.m. news. Both events happened. It's thin in NQ, man. NQ is thin in Bookmap. It's kind of thin too in ES. Yeah, I'm not a fan. 8 a.m. your time. It was 10 a.m. It happened. It was, forecast was 6.76 million. It came in at 6.95 million. I don't know, man. I mean, I would consider myself one of those, and I haven't wanted to get in on any of this because this is just like, I like one direction. Just dumped right there, right at the VWAP. $10K Fridays, yeah, there you go. One Direction's a good band. I figured you were more of a Swiftie. That's funny. Appreciate that, Tim. It's no problem, man. What's bookmap on ES? All right, chill. That's ES. Cut a little short, made back my loss, at least for the day. There you go. Not my favorite band. How do you get bookmap? You download it from their website. And the stack of orders at 600 is being stubborn. On a normal day, the price would just dump right through that level. What indicator made your 15-minute? There's a little bit of it. I use the FEG/IFEG Nephew Sam indicator, and then I draw it out with my rectangle tool. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no problem, Ballas. Hit TP again, and this is the best I've ever traded. I honestly have to give credit to practicing discipline outside of the charts, like you said. It's big, Kenny. It makes a huge difference, man. Some people like to argue, you know, they nitpick some of my recommendations. I can tell you that it makes a difference, man. All right, Benjamin, take care, man. Yeah, the bookmap helps, man. Fed funds futures just erased 2026 cut. No bueno for stocks. Done for the day, up 250. Just secured my first ever payout. It's awesome, man. It's huge. Congratulations. That's a great way to end the week. Thinking about longs? I'd wait to see that bearish order flow isn't getting respected anymore. soon as I say that, price shoots up. Nah, that's just a retrace. Don't listen to me today, man. Up 300 on both the accounts so far. What is your code for Bookmap? There's a link in my Discord, and then you use code CWT. Up 800 on my demo account for the week. Calling it here. There you go, Aaron. Good job. Had two setups play out, but was too hesitant to take them. It's okay, Buffy. I mean, you're seeing price well. It's Friday, man. You know, there's plenty more trading days ahead of us. Don't, you know, I could have gotten in on this short too, and I could be sitting really pretty right now. But don't beat yourself up about it. Just know that you were seeing price well. It's all right, Tristan. Up on the fund is the most important thing, though. Your Bookmap helped. Love to hear that, man. Up 450. Trading's, it's easier said than done, because I am not saying this from a standpoint like I have it under control, but the key is to get into a position where it doesn't affect you like that. For me personally, I'm not there yet. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like sometimes my day gets ruined if I sit here and have a busted day. But what I found that helps with that is immediately going and doing something else to get your mind off of it and just forgetting about it, coming back fresh. Obviously, learn from it and journal, do whatever you need to do. If you made some personal mistakes, that's one thing. If it was just price didn't play out in your favor, that's a whole different ballgame. But moving on is the best. Memory of a goldfish, as Rip says. You got to have a memory of a goldfish. It's very taxing, man. It's the most important thing. That aggression that you saw earlier on that short, that was clean. That was very clean. I like to see the liquidity levels, like a clear draw on liquidity, and then aggression from the sellers or the buyers in the direction of that liquidity. This isn't clean right here. This is just bouncing back and forth, orders popping in, popping out of the market. You want to see clear direction from buyers or sellers. You want to see clear levels being rejected off of. Like you can see this level right here there was clean rejection off of this level right here. Once you broke it, clean rejection, 3 or 4 rejections right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rejections off of that level. Clean short to the downside with these draws. That's how I would read that. The liquidity are these lines. And the balls are the volume, the circles are the volume dots is what they call them. It's still thin for me. Like I'd want to see, like what we saw here, you see all these massive red lines. I mean, just massive levels of liquidity here. That's what you want to see in these directions. Like you have some of it here, but it's not like it was earlier. You want to see just big levels of liquidity, big pools. No, there's not a ton. There's some above us. Right here in the 60s, but you see orders are coming in. They're flashing as price. They're fishing price higher, so that's why I'm not interested in getting in a short at this level. But when it's thin like this, you don't have these big liquidity levels. You get this herky-jerky price action. When you get clean levels like you saw earlier on that big short, that big sell-off we had, that's what you want. You want clear draws on liquidity, massive liquidity levels. Like that right there that just popped in at 24,530. You want to see a bunch of that. Now we've rejected off of this level currently 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So it needs to break this level because it doesn't automatically mean we're going down there because we keep rejecting off of here. See, another rejection off that same level. And they yanked that order. See how that big red splotch is no longer there? They yanked those orders. There's still some down there. There's 34 buy orders and some sell orders, but they yanked the bigger orders out of there. I top tick those shorts. Very nice, man. The people who were short off that 15, if they didn't get stopped out beforehand, they were eating on that. If they had stops just above the inversion, they got stopped out. If they had it above the swing, they're good. That was a wide stop, though. It's on the right side of the chart. I don't know if you can see it, but you see those numbers that are flashing and moving. Correct. Name of the game is to absorb liquidity. And the way you would use this if you're new to it, like, see, we're going to these higher levels here. And then we broke that level, that 540 level that we were rejecting off of earlier. But you could use this in conjunction with, like, if you're trading ICT, you could use this in conjunction with your ICT strategy. And if today was cleaner price action, you would see exactly how that works. It's deadly. It's a deadly tool to have in your tool belt. Now, theoretically, this is going to dump here. Stick with me, kids. Somebody just made some money on that. How long you been trading? I think I'm in my 5th year now. Anybody take those shorts? You took them, Jaden? Nice. Any advice on letting my winners run? Size down, set it and forget it if you need to. There's 2 different strategies. Sizing down is one strategy. Setting the trade and setting your stop loss immediately and your take profit level and then just walking away, that's another way to do it. or size up and keep doing what you're doing. Size up and keep closing early. I don't know. To me, that is one of those things that's very hard to trail your stops. That's one way to do it. I think the set it and forget it is one of the most effective ways to get comfortable. Bullish or bearish? Man, you're late to the party, Luigi. Did you just wake up? How do you read this messy chart? Man, I just was going over it pretty extensively. Tune into my next live, and I'll tell you, I got to get off of here, but I get off at 11. But basically what you do, you got liquidity levels here that show up on the chart. This is where orders are resting and then where orders are being placed. These are volume dots. So the bigger the dot, the more volume there is. The brighter orange or red these colors are, the more liquidity there is. That's a very basic way to explain it. But I was just walking through it. I mean, I just basically walked through an entire trade right here. Would have made people a lot of money if they took it. I'm live every day except Thursdays. But however, this coming Thursday I will be live. I'm on spring break, so we'll be live all week next week, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. You guys drop a follow if you're new. Poor favor. Trying to get to 20,000, man. I'm pretty close. I'm like 1,100 away. Something like that, 1,200. Do you need a good PC for Bookmap? It definitely helps. Definitely helps. Yeah, it's a pretty taxing software. It hit my take profit. I think I'm being greedy though, because I think I should still be in the move. I'm gonna pray to God and see where, hey, that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. You can't be greedy. You got to be happy. If you took a trade and it played out and it hit your take profit level, that's, you know, price is always going to be moving when the market's open, man. So like you could always sit there and say, I could have held longer. And for all you know, if you had held longer, it could have come right back on you and hit your stop loss or hit your break even or whatever you were. So definitely be happy with the move you made and that you read price well enough to make some money. Any specific setting? I don't use a specific setting. I pretty much out of the box. The only thing you can change is if you right click on your volume dot and hit volume dot settings. I keep mine on total volume instead of volume delta. That's the only thing I really think that I've changed on mine. I'm going to hop off of here, guys. You guys have a good weekend. God bless you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the comments, the likes, the gifts, everything. You guys are awesome. We'll be back on Monday morning, 9 a.m., ready to roll, making some money. Hope you guys have a good weekend. God bless you. Stay safe. Love you guys.